In this video, we'll look at resizing images, placing images, and so on. In our last video, we created a new document or a new Photoshop file by going to File, New, okay, and then clicking Create after picking Settings. In this video, the first thing I'm going to do is to place an image, okay? So I'm just going to close that Apples, and first of all, I'm going to save this. So go to File, Save As, and I'm going to save it as Class 1, and I'm going to save it as a Photoshop file. So go to Save As Type and click on the first one, Photoshop. It should have an extension of .psd. Right, and here we go, Class 1 .psd. I'm going to save that, and it shows up here in your tab instead of Untitled. Now I'm going to place something in it. So this is my Photoshop file here, and in my panel over here, in my Layers panel, so I'm just going to click on my panel here and bring it over to you so you can see it. If you don't see this Layers panel, if it's missing for some reason, you can go to Window and click on Layers, and here we have your Layers panel. And in your Layers panel, it tells you what is in your document. So right now we just have your background, which is locked. Background is usually locked. Okay, so I'm going to place a new image in here. So File, Place. So you can place embedded or place linked. So when you place linked, your images that you place have to travel with this document. The advantage to this is that your file size is then smaller for the PSD document. However, if you don't have the images that you place along with your document, then you lose these links and they may not appear. So you can also place embedded, because it actually puts a copy of that image in your document, but it also makes your file size bigger. So the two choices are place embedded and place linked. I'm going to choose place embedded and put apples in there. Here we go. Now I have my apples. But right now, I'm going to go over here to my Move tool if it's not already on there. And then now I can move it around. Okay. So if for some reason you can't move your image at all after placing it, try pressing Enter, and then you should be able to place it if you feel like you're locked. Okay, so let me try that again. So I'm going to go to File, Place Embedded, and I'm going to place City on there and place it. And with my Move tool, I can move it around. Now I have apples on one layer and City on the other layer. City is above apples, so it covers apples. If I wanted apples to be on top of City in the layer, I can click on it with my mouse on the apples layer and then drag it over top of City. Okay, so I'll just show you that again in case you missed it. I'm just going to move my layers over here. So look in the layers. You can move your layers around by clicking on it and clicking again and dragging it around. Now apples is over top of City. Okay? And you can move them back and forth. If you want to delete a layer, you can click on that layer that you like to delete and then click on this delete layer at the bottom, or you can right click and delete layer, or you can just click backspace on your keyboard and delete layer. So in this video we looked at how to place an image and how it shows up in your layers, and also how you can place even more images and move the layers around so the different pictures are on top of different pictures.